Okay, balikon ko, mayong hapon sa tanan. The Vice Mayor, our Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer, Bibot Rodriguez, is not with us this afternoon because she is attending an official meeting. And as practice and part of our tradition, yesterday, I think, was the birthday of our beautiful councilor, Girly Balaba. And so, as I said, it is part of our tradition to greet the celebrant with a birthday song. And this time, I would like to request Councilor James Judith to lead the singing of the birthday song.
Mr. Chair, pagapagaw ko pero kanta lang yapon.
Ay, pagsaling na ko na.
Sundog, sundog. 1, 2, 3. May I request everybody to please rise. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy, faster. To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. With feelings.
Ngano dili niya ga-mention ang ngalan sa birthday celebrant?
On behalf of the 20th City Council, malipayong adlaw sa pagkamukso, Konsehal Girly Balaba.
Wala na ito masdang, ha? So, with that, accomplished, we will recognize our majority floor leader. Sorry. May I request the secretary to call the roll and to determine whether there is a quorum.
Honorable Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, City Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer on official business. For the 1st District Councilors, Honorable Agapito Heriberto Giswan, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Aimee Rose P. Moreno, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo, Honorable George S. Goking, indisposed, Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr., Honorable Malvern A. Esparcia. For the 2nd District Councilors, Honorable Ivona Yaseni B. Imano, Honorable Maria Lourdes S. Gaani, Honorable Jolene Mercedes El Balaba, Honorable James K. Judith II, Honorable Aaron Mark Kinakaya, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas, Presiding Officer Pro Tempore, and Honorable Christian Rostico M. Achas, Honorable Suset G. Magtahas Daba. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, and Honorable John Michael Arseno, City SK Federation President. There is quorum, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There being a quorum, the City Council can now proceed with its business. I would like to recognize the Honorable Ian Mark Nakaya, the majority floor leader, and of course, recognize at the proper time the minority floor leader, Honorable James Judith.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer.
Kalabot, Sarah.
Wala lang.
Ayan.
Okay. That's the style of the new presiding officer. With your new hairdo, that's how responsive the presiding officer is. Anyway, Mr. Presiding Officer, good afternoon, and to our colleagues of the City Council, friends from the media, fellow Cagayanons, mayong hapon. I move, Mr. Presiding Officer, Councilor Edgar S. Cabanlas, to dispense with the reading of the minutes of meeting on October 10, 2022.
There's a motion to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous session in a second. Any objection? There being no objection, the same is hereby approved.
I likewise move for the approval of the said minutes of meeting.
There's a motion and duly seconded. There being no objection, the same is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Perhaps before we proceed to the special report portion, we, the City Council of Cagayan de Oro, have approved a resolution acknowledging a certain personality way back in his steadfast leadership. And because of that, Mr. Presiding Officer, this fellow, this officer in uniform is present in our midst. If, with the kind indulgence of the members of our colleagues, may we suspend the rules and allow this fellow and ask Councilor General Romeo Calizo to give background to this fellow, and this City Council also prepared the resolution that we have approved in the earlier session. I move to suspend the rules.
Second. So there is a motion to suspend the rules to allow non-members of the City Council to speak before us. The same is hereby approved. And may I request General Calizo, Kagawad Calizo, to say something on the issue.
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to my colleagues, the members of the 20th City Council, their guests, those viewing over the social media, friends, maayong hapon kanatong tanan. It is my singular honor and pleasure to introduce a pride of this city, Cagayan de Oro City. The person who is our guest this afternoon was born in Iligan City, but before he became an officer, he grew up here in Cagayan de Oro. He started his early life in Barangay Patag. Walay pabor-pabor, ako siyang kabarangay. And if you look into his scholastic records, his early preparations in school were all done in Xavier University, elementary, high school, and he spent 2 years in the College of Engineering before entering the Philippine Military Academy. After 4 years, he graduated as a member of class 1996 of the same institution. Since then, after graduation, he joined the Philippine Navy, the special unit of the Philippine Navy, Special Command, the Philippine Marines. So he started as a junior officer, and if you look into his military personal file, because this MPF will show the details of the biography of a military personnel, especially the officer, during his stint in the military. And if you look into his records, he has gone through all positions that makes him a well-rounded officer. Started as a platoon leader and gone through different levels of command, both as a combat commander, a logistics officer, a training officer, an administrative officer, and a planning officer. That makes him well-rounded, ladies and gentlemen. And if you look into his scholastic records, in the military, he has gone through all career courses necessary for him to reach the rank that he is in now. And I can see in his scholastic record some peculiar courses, like aside from the traditional courses that will support his promotion, he is a graduate of the International Logistics Executive Advanced Development course in Newport, Rhode Island, USA. So that makes him a good administrator of logistics. And in the civilian side, I don't know why he chose Masters in Physical Education. And this he used during his stint as the commander of the battalion in Sulu province, where he used the football for peace. So there was a clear shift in paradigm. Dili na gera. It's now through sports. And it came to a point that even the last marathon was held with the route using the circumferential road of the Sulu province. So this guy is one of those who instituted the clear shift, not only in paradigm, but clear shift in concepts. With this, my friends, he has gained several awards. Ako na yung basahon tanan ng awards. Siguro, mga isa ka oras na ako ni basahon. So I will just highlight the salient features of his accomplishments. He is an awardee of the third highest award in the military, the Distinguished Service Star, and he has two of these. He has been an awardee of the Gold Cross Medal. That means he's a veteran campaigner in combat. And lately, because of his exploits in peacemaking, he was chosen by a certain group headed by Land Bank to be one of the 10 outstanding Filipinos. And he has been given due recognition in several local government units in Palawan, in Sulu, and in Manila. And he has been interviewed so many times by CNN just because of this accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before his present position, he has been the operations officer of the Western Command. Western Command is the command which is responsible in the defense of our maritime domain in the West Philippine Seas. It's really hard to defend the West Philippine Seas. Earlier, Councilor Pascual was asking, what's the difference between Philippine Marines, Philippine Navy, o Philippine Coast Guard? Kaya naman siya mga amigo, he's the reservist actually of the Philippine Air Force. I said, Philippine Coast Guard, unay in charge sa enforcement of our maritime laws. The Philippine Marines is in charge of defending the maritime domain of the Philippines. So muna may difference, no? And our guest this afternoon has been in charge of planning, in the planning and operations in the defense of the West Philippine Seas, which now issue in contention. And tungod kay nakitaan man sa Malacanang nga maayo iyang performance, right now, my friends, he is designated as one of those think tanks of the National Task Force on Ending the Local Communist Armed Conflict. He is now assigned with the office of the President. So it's really a pride that Cagayan de Oro has a person like him. So now he has with him his family, his parents, Pastor Sani Cabanlit, please stand, Kuya Sani, Pastor Sani Cabanlit, and Mrs. Cabanlit, si Kuya, si Ate. Pastor Cabanlit was also once upon a time, a Soldier of the Year awardee. He is also a retired Army officer. Cabanlit, nagkanangutana. How is he related to the Cabanlits here in Cagayan de Oro? Yato mga parente. And of course, with him now is his one and only wife, Dr. Ella Cabanlit. Siya, Doktora. And they are blessed with 3 sons. No? The eldest is now in Australia making a living. With them now are the 2 sons. Please stand. Muna sila. So, puro lalaki. So, to show their support and their pride also to a man like our guest of honor this afternoon, they accompanied him. Now, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's again my singular honor to present to you in person Colonel Stephen L. Cabanlit, Philippine Navy Marines. Can we, Mr. Chairman,
Yeah,
here
yes.
is now Colonel Stephen.
Welcome to the City Council, Colonel, and we are proud of you, of what you are, who you are, and your achievement as a military officer. You have given honor to the city and to the people of Cagayan de Oro. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you also for this time and the recognition given to me.
The procedure here is we will present the resolution of recognition to our guest, Colonel Cabanlit, and I would like to request everybody to be here in front. Together we will present the resolution to him, and after that we will have photo ops. And yes, Minority Floor Leader James Judith.
Mr. Chair, I would just like to take advantage nga, on a personal note, Colonel Stephen Lalas Cabanlit was my classmate, was my batchmate and classmate. So, I would like to go down memory lane and ask Colonel Cabanlit kung unsa to yung mga sections sa elementarya pa mi para makuan bagyod. What was your section, Colonel Cabanlit, when you were still in kinder?
No. Let's not go to
I just like to go down memory lane because I could recall we were classmates in several sections, but I cannot remember specifically which section or which year level. So I'd like to ask Colonel Cabanlit which
The next
section.
question, Mr. Chairman, would be what row?
No. Just in the
Good
elementary
Colonel
years.
sign during,
Just the elementary years, Mr. Chair. So what section
What
in
section
kinder?
Ma,
What was your section, Colonel Cabanlit, in kinder?
Your Honor, Kinder B,
Okay, R2.
Grade 1 Mabilis,
Mabilis.
Grade 2 Eagle,
Eagle, we were classmates.
Grade
3, Lam. Were you Lam?
Lam,
Yes.
Grade 4 Cougar,
For Cougar.
Grade 5 Nara,
Lara.
and Grade 6 Bonifacio.
All right, we were classmates in 2 and 4.
High School
2 and
1P, 2M, 3H, and
1Q, 2N, 3I, and 4B. We were
And
classmates.
4D.
And yes, I think we were seatmates in the latter year. So, in a personal note mo, no, dakong kalipay nako o ikapasigarbo, Mr. Chair, Colonel Stephen Lalas Cabanlit was my classmate, my batchmate, and my seatmate. Daghang salamat.
Okay, so...
Which one?
with that, okay, so tapok ta diya sa tubangan.
Okay.
Okay?
Obviously siya. Diba?
Pero, gibili ninyo.
Dinin na lang daw sa taas.
Dito sa taas kay mas closer daw sa shield. Every level. Hindi ka na.
James, dini ka dapat James, oh.
Dapat mo tapat.
Para mo gamay kag yung kayo, abay kasamo.
Ano yung solusyon?
Ay, hatag sa to. Aman to. Ikaw na basa. Ikaw na basa.
Ako man naman sa kay President, kasi sa Senate at saka sa Congress.
It is our distinct honor and privilege, the Sangguniang Panglungsod of Cagayan de Oro, for having the presence of Colonel Stephen Cabanlit, GSC, Philippine Navy Marines. And because of your outstanding service to the government and to our people, and bringing honor and name of Cagayan de Oro, on the August 15, 2022, Councilor Romeo Calizo proposed to the City Council recognizing your distinct honor. And may I read resolution number 14246-2022. Office of the City Council. In the 20th City Council, Sangguniang Panglungsod of Cagayan de Oro, City Councilor Romeo V. Calizo for himself submitted the following resolution, which was considered an approved resolution commending and congratulating Cagayanon Colonel Stephen L. Cabanlit, GSC, Philippine Navy Marines, for being awarded as one of the 2022 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos, thereby giving honor and pride to Cagayan de Oro City, its officials and residents. Whereas Colonel Stephen L. Cabanlit, PNMGSC, the Assistant Chief of Unified Command Staff for Operations, U3 of Western Command, was among the awardees of the prestigious 2022 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos. Whereas Colonel Cabanlit is best known for pioneering the Football for Peace program in Sulu Province in 2011, when he was the operations officer of a Marine battalion where the program encouraged the youth to engage in sports, thus promoting peaceful coexistence, camaraderie, teamwork, sportsmanship, and discipline. Whereas other AFP units then adopted the program of Colonel Cabanlit in other parts of the country, which veered the youth away from joining lawless groups. In 2017, the European Union, during the Asian Regional Forum on Violent Extremism, held in Brazil's Belgium, recognize the said program as an effective tool in preventing and countering violent extremism. Whereas, it is only proper and fitting for this council to give its official cognizance, praise, and accolade to Colonel Cabanlit for his exemplary accomplishment. Wherefore, on motion by Councilor Romeo V. Calizo, duly seconded by Councilors Jose Pepe B. Abo Jr. and Yevona Yasin B. Imano, be it resolved to commend and congratulate Cagayanon Colonel Stephen L. Cabanlit, GSC, Philippine Navy Marines, for being awarded as one of the 2022 Metrobank Foundation Outstanding Filipinos, thereby giving honor and pride to Cagayan de Oro City, its official and residents. Resolved further to forward this resolution to Colonel Stephen L. Cabanlit, this city, for his information. Unanimously adopted, signed by His Honor the City Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer, Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, and the original of this resolution was also certified by the City Secretary and the entire membership of the Council. Congratulations.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Congratulations.
Just first row, Manisha.
I request the members of the family of Colonel Cabanlit to come.
Oh, the family.
Family, alin mo?
Oo.
Oo.
Nasaan ka din sa kanya?
Ay, wala sir. Wala bali more on southern Philippines. Sulu, Basilan, Zamboanga, Maguindanao. Participated also in the 2000 campaign sa Campa Bumakas.
Puro critical areas.
And then,
Ang general na.
ngayon, ang lately is the West Philippine Sea. So I conceptualize the fishing diplomacy more na hindi masyadong nabigyan pansin. Okay, white to white is the gray and white, and we don't need submarine and new frigates. We just need to enhance our fishing laws.
Diplomatic ang imo.
Diplomatic, but taga dito sir, iyang uncle si Oka Salcedo.
Parang hindi Councilor Ed. Salcedo man siya.
Guangko.
Sige, sige.
Guangko. Di Guangko sir, mga Guangko.
White.
Ay, okay. Smile. Thank you very much. May picture pa kami. Ihatag na ito sa van.
Oh. Ikuha sa picture sa pamaliw sa
Para ipan ako
kami sa aking mga
batch.
classmates.
Sa batch.
Ikuha sa
Sa batch.
sa batch. Dapat katong amo to kung JP. Ay,
Aman.
JP, bali. Ay na lang. Lalo mo kato, i-share na lang dito sa ako dahil i-send.
So, salamat kayo sa Cabanlit family, Colonel, o sa imong pamilya sa inyong pag-ani o salamat sa honor dungog nga inyong gihatag sa atong dakbayan o sa katawhan niini. We will wait for the majority floor leader. So, majority floor leader, Honorable Ian Mark Nakaya, you can now proceed with the business of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I move to lift the suspension of the rules.
Suspension is lifted.
Again, congratulations to Colonel Cabanlit. Thank you. And to the entire family. Congratulations. We have 4 members of the council who would like to render the respective special reports, Mr. Presiding Officer. First, as listed, is Councilor James K. Judith II, as regards the implementation of the Mega Dike project in the area of Barangay Consolacion, this city. Second is Councilor Malvern A. Esparcia on the UNICEF's research study about automobile accidents as leading cause of death among people under the age of 19 years old. Next is to be included is Councilor John Michael Seno on the hospital requirement that is missed by some of our hospitals, public and private. And Councilor Roger Abaday, he wouldn't want to make this special report because it's personal, but he would like to make it public so that others would not fall trapped in a scam of delivery of products. So, Councilors Judith, Esparcia, Seno, and Abaday.
So, we will recognize first the Councilor James Judith for his special report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the problem is not really a problem. The problem becomes a problem if we do not find a solution to the problem itself. Mr. Chair, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, atong Majority Floor Leader, Ian Mark Nakaya, akong tinahod ng mga kauban sa konseho, atong mga bisita, king sakpan sa prensa nga nasa likod nga bahin sa atong gallery, atong pinanggang katawhan sa dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro, sa inyong tanan maupay. Mabantayan ninyo sa inyong tagsa-tagsa, nasa inyong tagsa-tagsa ka agenda book na sa ikaduhang panid, na tatak diha o nahipatik ang akong special report kabahin sa gitawag nga Mega Dike, labi na gidya sa Konsolasyon nga bahin ni ini. Gawas sa coastal road nga nagsumpay sa atong dakbayan sa lungsod sa Upol. Kining Mega Dike, mao na ni ang pinakadako, pinakamahal, pinakapatsyada nga proyekto sukad-sukad sa tibuok kasaysayan sa atong dakbayan. Dili lang ni siya Mega Dike, kundili boulevard, dalan, ug tulay. Kini siya magsugod dinhi sa may J.R. Borja Bridge. Ang iyang pikas tampi, ang iyang tumoy, lain nga tumoy dito sa approach sa Puntod, Kauswagan Bridge. Hinay-hinay bali ang iyang pagsumpay-sumpay ani by pacing. Diya nagsugod sa J.R. Borja Bridge. Nadilatar pamanggani kini tungod sa 2 ka tuig nga pandemya. Apan karon niabot na sila sa diha sa may konsolasyon nga barangay. Nasayod man siguro kitang tanan nga ang konsolasyon pag-abot diha sa Mega Dike nabahin, natabas sa 2 ka piraso. Literal, kay nawala man gani ang iyang gitawag nato barangay hall og covered court, kay girelocate na sila kay tungod na ginabahin. Og sa likod nga bahin diha sa ilang barangay hall or kanhi ay asa ilang barangay hall, na ato mga kaigsuunan diha mga lumulupyo sa managkadaiyang mga isla, quote and quote, na ay Isla Bugnaw, Isla Kupa, Isla Delta, Isla Baksan. Ang atong pagahisgutan karon mao ang mga residente nga naapektuhan sa Mega Dike diha sa may Isla Baksan. Kung mabantayan, Mr. Chair, gani sa ato ning komitiba nakapaingon, sa Committee on Urban Poor. Kung mabantayan, ang ilang reklamo, inani lang. Kay tuod na naman bali ang katong Megadike. Gitagaan sila walay lalis, naa sila'y access ramp sa maubaling habog kayo nga project. Unya, ang maong access ramp kay layo kayo sa asa nagtapok ang ilang mga kabalayan. Kung makaadto manggali sila sa ilang access ramp, taod-taod o layo-layo pag yun ang ilang pagabaktason. Posible pagali nga pangkurikungon sila o pangdapawan kay tungod dapaw man ang ilang agianan. O ang ilang agianan nga nasa ubos nga bahin sa maong project, murag spillway na labi na karon nga naay kanunay nga hulga sa dautan or kulismaot nga panahon, posible nga mutaas ang tubig, mga lumos sila og madakinas. O kung baguhay panggaling, naapa manggali dalagita nga malugos na unta, may gani kay nakakaratil siya, nakasibat siya sa mga kamot sa suspect. O kung makaabot manggaling itong mga kaigsuunan diya sa Isla Baksan, diya sa may access ramp, dito sa ibabaw gyud sa may Gadayk, layo, kung imo tanahon, pwede na gud nila malantawan ang ilang barangay hall, pero moadto pa sila dito sa may junction sa Iglesia ni Cristo, liko, aron dito sila backline na pod, pabalik dito sa ilang barangay hall sa Konsolasyon. Walay lalis na aman tuod sila access ramp, pero mao lagi layo manggod ang kikabutangan niini. Ang ilang hangyo nga pwede ba nga matagaan sila access ramp? Natagaan man sila access ramp. Na ay access ramp gidesign ang atong gobyerno, ang atong pagagamanan. Ang problema lang lagi nasayod man kitang tanan nga abtan patag siyam-siyam kanus maimplementar ang maong access ramp. Mao na ang ilang hangyo kanato Mr. Chair sa Committee on Urban Poor nga gawas atong aprobado na nga design sa ila baling access ramp. Pwede ba nga matagaan sila temporary nga access ramp? Mao ilang gipangayo. Busa kita sa atong quick response team, sa atong buhatan sa Councilor James Judith II, nag-aksyon diretso nga pangitaag solusyon ang atong mga kaigsunan diha, kay dili nato pwede ikatugot nga magdugay pa sila diha nga naa kanunay ang hulga sa dautan nga panahon. Ang dugang nga mga detalye niini naa sa atong dugang mga detalye og taho naa sa atong AVP. Boss Torx, take it away. Na. O paki-zoom in or paki-enlarge bali sa screen. Zoom in, zoom out. Money. Ang atong mga residente din nga napituan ani nga project, layo pa kay sila to ilang mo balay dito. Ano bang layo sila dito? Naapir niya hulga nga labi na nga yung pulis maot karon ng panahon. Gapaha niya. Sa Megadayk. So muna ilang batas pa sila para nga makasaka sila diya yung access din ni bali nga nadalan. 1 kilometer. Sa October. So, wala naman to, guys. Pero, ikaduha naman to. Napag-promiro. Last year, kaya naganyo mo. O, wala pa pa ito. O, nag-tingkod. O, nag-tingkod. Naganyo sila sa pag-tingkod na nila po sa committee. So, ato pa pag-cover nila nagyanyo sa Committee on Public Works. So, wala pa matato. Kaya 96 Council po na po. So, sa pag-tingkod na po, mulong nila na itong mga katawan din kaya kailangan nila ang access din kaya sila na mulong po sa bahay ani nga project. So, ang ila katawang itudlog kanina pagpapay pa sila kailangan nila tabukan hindi sila dito kaya paano na makasaka sa Japanese nga consultant firm pero wala pa matutay mamaya sila ana. Kaya nato sila kanang di ba masigit-sigit kay ang ulo mamaya sila katutong ani. So happy yan yung wala magtukod ba yapon mo. Wala yung may lalis para access ramp. Alam mo lang yan yung sa katawan at umali sila itabangan nga umali mo na ay temporary nga ilang access ramp dili. Mintas wala pa ito natukod ang permanent ticket nga access ramp nga i-design sa conductor para maka-access sila dili. Gani, natukra pa, kaya isa naman ito yung itukod. Nagulat na karoon niya, duwa na gininoon. Dili yung dito, duwa ang ihatag. Kung naato mga kaigsunan din sa barangay konsolasyon, sila yun ang nagkanya sa ato, ang atong itubag, so ako sila po sumpiyon.
Lagi lang din sana meeting dito nga list kami. Kaya lang kasi natin na kasi iwan at malilig na naman yun din. Kaya pwede lang ang nakagan. Serba na problema. Siya ginapulay ng kulang ginapulay ng matapang siya sa ako. Kaya nagbibigyan ko ng salamat dapat sa ako. Isang mga kaubanan
ang original nga access ramp na dito spin nakatumoy, di na nimo makita. So layo ilang gagian. Nga magluno pa na dia Councilor Seno, posible pa sila malumos. Kay tuwa pa man dito sa tumoy nga bahin.
Ulan siya, mag-alagay siya mag-utusingaw sa pag-agreement na may tabo.
So ilani, so mahimo mo gaya kung magpinabangaan yun ang tanan. Isa din sa pagbilang sa pagtawan, kung kung kumagin sa tiyan ako, matubag na po ang mga inyo, sa akin. May sila man ang ating gusto. Ang ako na ito, pasalamat ang Congressman Rufus Yes, kang Mayor Orlando Clarence-Boy, kang Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bego Rodriguez, ang atong chairman sa Committee on Urban Poor, Attorney Edgar Cabanas, ang atong mga kauban sa maong komitiba o sa tibok 20th City Council o si Councilor Malvern Sparcia aka Bernie Pitok-Pitok na maong din at asistar kanako para mamalimok kini atong pagtubag sa ikinanglan na access ramp sa atong katawan ini sa barangay konsolasyon na naa sa ubos na bahin sa atong mega ang atong bukas pasalamat sa Puyo Construction, ang Japanese consultancy firm, ang UPMO o ang DPWH, ang atong mga barangay officials. Imo yung ato, hindi lang ang isang access ramp, hindi access ramp. Salamat sa inyo. Kini si Consular James Juliet, hasta Cagayan de Oro. Sa lagton nga pagkastorya, Mr. Chair, atong napangitaag solusyon o kasulbaran ang problema or mulo sa atong katawan sa Isla Baksan, Barangay Konsolasyon. So baliko nako, subli de atong pagpasalamat sa Toyo Construction, sa Japanese consultancy firm, ang OCG, Oriental Consultancy Group, ang si Engineer Kasunuri Inoye, si Engineer Hill Iturralde, Engineer Jimmy Jimenez, Engineer June Padla, ang mga barangay officials, labi na kang barangay Kapitan Alexander Ligtas sa Barangay Konsolasyon, ang atong mga residente diya, ang atong mga kauban, o kanimo, Mr. Chair, Councilor Edgar Cabanla, sa imong pagsalig kanako nga ako na gisangon nimo kanako ang mong problema bali sa Barangay Konsolasyon, so ato kaning gisulbad. Sa pagtapos, Mr. Chair, matod pa sa usa ka panultihon, coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. Dinira kukutob, dagang salamat, asdang Cagayan de Oro.
Okay. Ha? Ito, talo sa tingin ko. You know, salamat kayo, Councilor James Judith. Pero next time, kita mga konsehal, mag-report kita sa atong mga accomplishment. Dili na ito yagi sa mga naning mga vlogs. Kay, of course, kita, I think everybody has been serving the people in their small way. Naku, every time nga maghatag kita ginana nga ato di plaster din I mean, this is not the forum to do that. But we recognize the achievement and the efforts of our fellow councilor. But as I said, kanang ato mga vlogs, kita namatay dagang vlogs, yata na naibot ng Facebook. Sa ato din report, direct, concise, specific report. Nga mo ka na, nahimon na ito ni, salamat kayo. We have all the time. Kaya kita, amigo mata, tanaon ko lang dito sa Facebook. So that would be the coming from me, an advice nga Rita, mahatag-tag bugas dito sa itong mga silingan to, nangabaan. You don't have to come here and present you what you have done. Kaya mahurot itong panahon na. Mag-contest kita kasi dagan na ito natabangan. Mo ba? Mo ba itong gusto din So, let's have a concise report and we will appreciate what we have done. But, ban lang. Para nga ma-share na to ang atong time. So, thank you very much, Councilor Judith. Kaya ako pa siyang as chairman sa committee, nagpasalig in taon siya nga siya mo atiman dito. We are very glad nga iya ka nang giatiman, natagaan gyud. Kaya lagi kinahanglan mas mga tao. And we appreciate that. Second reporter, Councilor Bernie Bitok-Bitok. Oh. Question. I was too. Nababasing na pa yung comment ito.
Good afternoon, Mr. Presiding Officer. Mutana lang ko, no? Kini manggong mega dike, no? Ang purpose ani is aron maprotektahan ang ato ang mga areas, no? From the kining water sa river. Muna naa ang mega dike. Karon, ako lang ipangutana na kini bang mga residente nga iyahang gadtuan sa ato ang special reporter, kung kini ba sila, namuyo ba ni sila sa sulod dito sa nanad dito sa area na sa river, which as far as I know, no, dili sila pwede diha mo puyo. Kay mo gani ng gibutangan nag mega dike para dito na sila sa dili sila maigo sa baha, no? O gihangyo na sa city government nga i-relocate. Kana sila nagpabilin lang gihapon sila nasa sulod. And for as long as naa sila diha namuyo, no, and we tolerate that, peligro gyud na ilahang kinabuhi diha. Kung ato nang urag ginakondone nato nga diha ra sila mamuyo, malukong sila, ura sila kanang matrap. Kung naay dako nga ulan, no, kanang bagyo, malukong yun sila diya sa sulod. Maski unsa nang access route ng buhaton nato, pag naagyud to ang kining dako nga flash flood, wipe out na sila diha. Munang kinahanglan yun na sila i-relocate. Pero until now, wala pa na sila nasugot ata na magpa-relocate. So, ako lang suggestion is, nganong gihangyo naman nato na sila, no, na i-relocate sa mga relocation areas.
Okay. Magtinulura na may ani. Kay, so ako lang siya matubag. Okay. Oh. Kini tinod na nga observation. Gani usa nga na sa butang among gisultig yun sa mga tao nga. Kung amo ka nang buhaton, ato ka nang buhaton nga butangan na to grump dia or hagdan ba. So that means nga basig gitolerate na to sila dia pagpuyo. And sigurado kita nga delikado sila dia. Delikado gyud kay kung unay baha, grabe good, maigo sila. Pero ingon sila nga, mudagan na sila kung naibaha. But anyway, complicated ka na kay nga ang issue diha. Na sitwasyon nga, dili sila mahawa, kaya wa sila matagay sa relocation. Ikadua, di sila mahawa, kay wa sila bayri. Kanya, napagod, ang uban dia dili qualified. Ngano? Sigun sa lista sa TSUD, ang lista sa TSUD, pagsugod niya ng dike, nag-survey ang TSUD sa mga tao nga naada sa sulod. Between sa river and the dike. Wala silang uban dia, wala sa lista. That means nga bag-o na lang na silang ni sulod diha. So naglisod ang TSUD hasta ang DPWH unsay buhaton. Di sila mo qualify sa bayad, kay bag-o naman lang sila. Di sila mo qualify sa relocation, kay lagi di man sila mga daan diha nga residente before sa pag-construct sa dike. So, unsa may solusyon? Ang solusyon is, wala. Atong buhaton is, magulat na lang kita nga, alang-alang ato silang pagguyuron. So, ang akong gisuggest sa TSUD nga tagaan sila og temporary shelter kanang mga dili qualified nga mo balhin dito bas pagatpat. Second option, bayran sila. Na nagreklamo ang tuyo ang Japanese consultant hasta ang mga kontraktor nga hasta ang TSUD nga wala matay legal basis sa pagbayad. Wala may legal basis. Pero ang akong sulti nga ang tuyo hasta ang DPWH na may pondo, kubayari na lang na ninyo. Kaya gamay raman na kayo, araman na sila napulo kabuk diya. Pitur man na sila kabuk, gamay ragi na sila. So ato lang isakripisyo, kaysa mabot ang panahon nga mga anod na sila diya. But in the meantime, nga ato ka nagasulbaron, mula ito, naghangyo sila, nagsulbad ni Councilor Judes, nga, in the meantime, para kung na emergency, na ilang magamit nga ramp, doon sa ilang mga balay, kaysa mudakan pa sila dito sa layo. Mga na yang, ang human nuances atong katiling banso. Komplikado. Yes? Yes, Councilor Judes?
Just for the information of the Mr. Chair, na ay approve na nga design ang Japanese consultancy firm og ang UPMO nga magbutang gyud og kining access ramp. Katong ato baling gipakita sa special report, temporaryo lang tong access ramp. Dito ra gyapon abay ang approved na permanent design sa access ramp. Pero as to the legalities, Mr. Chair, sa antecedent sa ilang pagpuyo diha, ang nasayod gyud mas competent ang chair gyud kay sa imo man to nga committee ba Mr. Chair wala ko kabalo sa mga factual and legal antecedents or background.
Lagi kay ang chud sige nang ingon nga ilaging ipapawa. Amo lagi na complicated. So let us just wait. Wait kita. Yes, girly, napay mong gusto isulti.
Member man ko sa Committee on Urban Poor. Pasilo ako, Mr. Chair, no, kay wala ko ga-attend sa inyong meeting. Pero mangayo lang sa pud ko og kining I don't know kung na-discuss na sa committee meeting, sa committee level, kining pila ka buk pamilya ang naadiha karon sa kining Isla Baksan, Baksan?
Baksan.
Pila ka pamilya.
Oh, gamay rin kayo. Gamay rin.
Kay mahidumduman ako nga katong nag-start na no right after the typhoon katong Sendong kanang mega dike project ihap na sila gitagaan na sila og relocation
yes,
na houses na units mga 900 families 700 families karon na nawala na tong 700 families. Pagkapila ka kay ongoing pa man pud ang construction, pagkapila ka tuig niabot na hinunog 900 na pud ka pamilya kay lain na pud ang naa didto na muyo. So mo nang ginaingon na balik perennial ang
the vicious cycle. Nga
So, karon-
nasulbad na nato ang na-relocate na nato ang 700. O na kay duha man ka klase. Relocation or payment. Ang uban gusto relocation. Ang uban gusto payment. Gibayaran na nato millions and millions of pesos using the money of the DPWH. Pero in the period of the construction naay gapanulod. Namo kana atong problema. Yes, Councilor Roger.
Pasumpay lang Mr. Chair, salamat. With regards to the report of Councilor Judith, no, we were there. We are having our actual inspection together with the committee chairman of engineering, and I came to interview these people. Akong gipangutana, anong niya paman mo din nga, wa ba din mo ma-appeal sa relocation? Amo raman tong ginikanan sir, doon na sila sa kwat. Nakamuday, amulat lang mi din sir kung delikado kayo, very dangerous judge. Kay, na kung anong niyaman mo din nga, no Bildson man siya. Hulat man lang sila sa ilang, kwan daw, kanusa sila papawaon. Pero, naku, delikado man. So, I think there's a need to investigate properly, no? Okay. Requiring the contractor to build another one is, I think, makaingon na sila sa ato nga, wa man ni kabalo siguro, balawon din atong mga members of the council kayo they are telling us to build another for this purpose nga, di ba? So I think we have to examine to scrutinize properly before requiring that contractor to there are few naman sila there, no? Pero
Kumain lang.
so I think that should be investigated properly.
Okay, so with that note, we'd like to refer this matter, this report of Councilor James Judith to the Committee on Urban Poor for proper recording, consideration, and disposal. So next, wala na. Next reporter, Councilor Bernie Sparcia.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. I'll make this quick, Attorney. Akong mga kauban, nasa atong media, mayong hapon ka natong tanan. Akong special report is on UNICEF's research study which found road crash accidents to be the leading cause of death of the young people. Mr. Chair, last September 28, this year, the United Nations Children's Fund or UNICEF Philippines visited the office of the Vice Mayor. Actually, all of us were also invited, pero medyo na-busy tatong nga panahon na. So some of the members of the 20th City Council were there also. UNICEF discussed with us that there are tulo ka youth who die every day due to road accidents. Moreover, we learned that UNICEF desires the local government of Cagayan de Oro City will adopt effective child road safety measures. This is also timely, Mr. Chair, kay magbalik na ra ba ang atong face-to-face classes pag November. According to the World Health Organization, children have higher vulnerabilities to road traffic injuries because of physical and development limitations. They are less able to see over or beyond obstructions and have difficulty in estimating the speed of approaching vehicles. Furthermore, according to the Global Road Safety Facility on the Philippines Road Safety Country Profile, 77% of road crash fatalities and injuries are in the economically productive age groups 15 to 64 years old. In addition, UNICEF reports that every day, injuries that could have been avoided kill more than 1,600 children and teenagers worldwide under the age of 19. So, ubo sa 19 anyos. The most common cause of death from these injuries is the automobile accidents. Gakabanggaan sa kadalanan. In the same vein, in our 1987 Philippine Constitution, Section 5, Article 2 mandates the maintenance of peace and order, the protection of life, liberty, and property, and the promotion of the general welfare are essential for the enjoyment by all the people of the blessings of democracy. Mr. Chair, allow me to show some videos na nakuha sa among team. Dili ni siya vlog, Mr. Chair. Kuha lang, ganang actual ni siya ng mga schools na ito nakita diri sa Cagayan de Oro City. This one is the West City Center School. Though nakita na ito nga naa siya medyo overpass. Lately lang na anay morag barricade, so medyo mapugos yun nga ang mga parents o ang mga estudyante dapat mugamit yun anang pila ka millions na nga overpass. Again, that's West City Central School, Mr. Chair. Yeah, correct. West City Central School is in Carmen. Then, pwede ba mga-click gamay lang para mas ma-forward lang gamay? Sorry, sige pa. Wala i-vlog. This one, Mr. Chair, is the City Central School. Also one of the schools nga diretso automatic at bang ang atong the Vele Street, that City Central School. Okay, pak-skip na lang din gamay. Then another one is the Kilometer 5 Elementary School. Sa atong obserbahan, sometimes na ay RTA, pero usahay natay malabyan nga medyo gapatintero yun. Next, please. Forward. And next. Forward. Lumbia Elementary School. There. Nindot kayo ang uban mga schools, kanay mga barricades. So at least medyo makapugong ang mga drivers na makalahos. And again, we appreciate nga natay mga traffic enforcers. Some of them are RTA, some of them are, I think, employees from the barangay. And also Makasandig Elementary School. Kung tanawin ninyo, paggawas, automatic, medyo ano din, busy street. Next. We also have forward. Of course, MOGS. Usa sa pinaka-busy, pinakadako na ito nga school nga medyo paggawas nimo Vele Street na. Delikado gyapon kayo. And lastly, I think muna ba ng last na to? Okay, that's it. Again, wala na mo na kuhay video, pero again akong utrohon, several public and private schools, particularly the basic education learning institutions, are located near the highway where there appears to be an increase in traffic during the reporting and dismissal of the students. Just a handful come to mind. Again, Lapasan National High School, Bulwa Central School, Kilometer 5 Elementary School, Xavier University Grade School, Junior and Senior High School, Corpus Christi School, 3 of which are found in Uptown along Masterson's Avenue. Additionally, central schools like Cagayan de Oro City Elementary, Central School, Mogs, and West City Central School that connect K road networks are situated in densely populated areas with heavy traffic. In light of this development and the impending complete adoption of in-person classes, I am proposing a resolution to review the status of our traffic management in front of the schools, particularly those that are close to highways. And it is worth noting that in front of the schools located along the highway, there would be severe traffic congestion caused by the entrance and the exit of students, parents, legal guardians, teachers, and school personnel. This congestion would need to be mitigated and the traffic would need to be managed properly. The movement of the general population across the road network must be as efficient, safe, unobstructed, and orderly as is reasonably possible for their safety, particularly at schools close to highways and in densely populated areas of the city. The status of traffic management at schools near highways and the presence of traffic enforcers need to be assessed and re-evaluated in order to diminish built-up areas in the city. By the time the in-person training is fully implemented, many kids will be crossing the street and will be require assistance from our reputable traffic aides and enforcers. My primary concern, Mr. Chair, is the safety of our city and preventing traffic accidents. Finally, last part na good. Let us revisit the CDO traffic code to see if there are mandates that CDO RTA personnel must be present in those areas that will render proper traffic management. I would also like to propose the implementation of road safety drills in all basic education institutions, private man o public, to help children develop their skills on road safety. According to Ms. Sarah Handang, Senior Education Specialist from the Department of Education Division Office of Zamboanga, road safety drill is equally important doing fire drills and earthquake drills. This concludes the discussion, Mr. Chair. I appreciate your attention o sa tanan mga naminaw, daghang salamat.
Thank you very much, Councilor Bernie. Any interpellation or comments? Or Councilor Roger, Baday?
Thank you very much, Sir Presiding Officer, my colleagues in the 20th City Council, and all people who are watching us in online and here in the gallery mayong hapon. Now, I have also a research in consonance with the reporter about unintentional accidents or deaths, no? Children below 0 to 19 years old. Now, according to UNICEF and World Health Organization, that children in low-income countries are significant factors for unintentional death or injury. Especially those inequality of income. Kasagara man gud ang mga itong mga estudyante nga wala gyud kay income, gabaklay lang, chinilas, mubaklay lang mo nang usa sa prone to accident. Whereas katong mga sapian kinuha man sa school bus na ilang mga cars, so vulnerable kaya ang mga low income children, no? Then access to education mo isakto tong gi-present ni atong good reporter nga education about traffic, no? Traffic rules and regulation, no? Kana mga traffic markings, traffic signs. We lack our students like that, children like that, no? So okay to nga doon na tayo mga drills, no? traffic drills, just like earthquake drills and any calamity drills, no, to our young children in school or at home. Now, according to study again, that 8 times more likely experience an intentional injury or death atong children who are in low income. So, what are the strategies on this? Unsa may solusyon nganong para to avoid this kind of death or unintentional injuries? Number one is to improve our engineering pillars of traffic. Katong mga road, ayun na itong dalan, dapat, I'm introducing a motorcycle lane o nanatay bicycle lane, segregate sa ako, no? That's one strategy. Then education, educate our young children about, parents about traffic laws and rules. No? And for us, another strategy for us legislator, introduction of effective laws and regulations. Sakto tong recommendation sa atong good reporter, Chairman. So that is my additional information relative to the special report, Mr. Chairman and my colleagues. Tama.
Any further comments? Yes, Councilor J. Pascual.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. I was in Singapore. Nagtuon mi regarding sa traffic. And sa ilang seminars, ang mga bata nila dito sa ilang mga schools, since grade 1, naanaday na sila part sa ilahang curriculum, kanamurag sa ilahang kuan, nga i-teach good ang mga bata regarding sa kanang traffic, sa kanang mga trains and everything. So, suggestion lang nako unta nga sa DepEd, I think pwede sad nato siya nga i-apply para ma-teach siya nga itong mga kabataan regarding the traffic and prevention sa kanang mga road accidents, no, nga mahitabo. We can prevent this if they are well informed. So kana lang, Mr. Chair, dagan salamat.
So, there are suggestions coming from the good reporter about some resolutions. So, I think we should refer this to the Committee on Traffic for further study. And with a note that anang suggestion nga kung pwede ibutang tayo sa curriculum sa pag-eskwela, ipasuroy na ito mga main laki des RT, ipag-maestro na ito sa ka-oras lang di sa mga eskwelahan. Sa kanyang mga traffic signs, di ba? Traffic rules. May ka na siya. Yes, Councilor James.
Mr. Chair, nala ko idugang kay puro ta nagisgot katong na ay paradigm shift sa kaning traffic enforcement, pero naamang ko po nag-PM sa ako, so ako nabantayan tinuod pod kay ako man pong giobserbahan kay dili ra man ta basta-basta mo to sa PM sa ato. So ako pod bali naghimo pod ko og pag kanang surveillance, tinuod gyud nga mismo ang batakan nga gikinahanglan sa atong RTA wala sila gloves, wala sila reflectorized vest. Gani nanay pipila ka buok nga na blatter, nagsulti po sila sa ako nga unsa man yung mga RTA wala daw kuno sila reflectorized vest. So ato pagpatuman man ka sa balaod trapiko, pero mismo nga atong mga personahe sa RTA wala sila yung mga gears, wala sila yung mga gamit. So unsaon na lang nato ang magisgot og laing nga mga butang, pero mismo nga atong mga personahe sa RTA wala ila diha. Tanawag gani karon kung mabantayan ninyo, may katong niagi na pero karon ambot siguro na si bag-o nga ipadala sa ila or i-issue, pero sa pagkakaroon wala. Delikado baya gini ang atong mga RTA kay labi na kung gabi, labi na nga ting ulan karon, magmanumano sila sa traffic, dili sila makita kay wala man sila reflectorized nga gloves o wala sila reflectorized nga vest. Isa siguro ni sa atong tutukan sa pag-refer nato sa maubaling taho, Mr. Chair, sa katong saktong committee kabahin niini.
Thank you very much, Councilor James, Judith, Majority Floor Leader. Siya matong buhaton na ni?
Councilor Suzette is already smiling.
Okay.
So she's willing to contribute, but at the committee level.
Committee level.
At the committee
So,
level.
si Committee on Education and also Traffic, joint committee consideration. Okay? So, Mr. Secretary, refer this matter to the proper committees. Next reporter, Councilor Seno.
It is an indisputable fact that Filipinos are well known for our strong religious faith. Even during the most trying times, when we are facing insurmountable challenges, the majority of us cling unto faith as our last thread, our last hope, our only light in what appears to be very dark, dreary tunnel. To our Honorable Presiding Officer, the members of this Honorable City Council, and to all those who are present in this August Hall, a pleasant afternoon to all of you. Today, I'm speaking to the members of this Honorable City Council to humbly ask that we pass a resolution or ordinance, if needed, that would highly urge or encourage all public and private hospitals within the city to provide a place of worship where anyone who wishes to pray, to connect with God, to mediate or clear their minds, to make peace with their struggles, has an avenue to do so freely and comfortably. This measure makes it so that every Cagayanon in our hospitals, either as patients, as watchers, or as family members who are troubled with the health challenges of their loved ones, or even our medical staff who might be overwhelmed with stress of being at the front lines of life and death struggles on a daily basis, would have a safe space in a sense that he would have a place where he or she can practice and exercise their faith in a private and dignified manner, wherein they can be free to pray, to have a serene moment during what might be a hopeless and very challenging time. I'm proposing to this Honorable City Council that we pass an ordinance or resolution to that effect to call the attention of our hospital management administrators to knock on the hearts of those who can make this happen, to provide for such a place of worship in all the hospitals in our city which currently do not have one, sa katong wala pa, kung ugali na apay wala. Although some may say so, especially the non-believers, that a strong belief in God may not have any direct medical effect on a situation, but as a religious country, we recognize that religious belief and the act of prayer are meaningful, especially to those who are facing great hardships or are about to lose a loved ones to disease. A person copes with hardship in many ways. The complexity of the human mind is difficult to grasp, but one thing is for sure, many people turn to their God for wisdom, guidance, and understanding. Providing a place where a person can exercise their religion through prayer is highly advantageous in a hospital setting. One who is either suffering from ailment or has loved one going through medical treatment could find much comfort in a place designed to bring them closer to God. Prayer is often last resort for those who are given everything or are about to lose everything. It is last hope of the hopeless, and while it may not be scientifically effective, prayer can boost a person's will and holds them together when it seems that all may be lost. Oftentimes, prayer or mediation provides a ray of hope, or at very least would clear the mind of a person going through a turmoil of his own hospitalization or that a loved ones. I am humbly asking that we extend the utmost compassion that weaken our fellow Cagayanons who might be facing great challenge in this phase of their lives, who are having a health and medical troubles, to lend them this tiny compassion of letting them exercise their faith in a more comfortable and dignified manner. We owe our constituents at least this act of kindness to help ease their pain in a meaningful way. As a member of the City Council, it's our job to make every Cagayanon feel taken care of. It is likely that the hospital already have existing chapels, Muslim prayer rooms, or any other sort of area for quiet time. In these cases, we propose that the hospital administration undertake to put up a larger and more noticeable signage to point people in the right direction. This should preferably be placed at lobbies or entrances so that visitors instantly know that facility is available to them. Kung ugali, anaanay ato ang mga chapel sa atong mga hospitals, at least signages nga may balaan sa ato ang mga katawhan sa dakbayan nga naa di ay chapel nga pwede nilang kaadtuan. Usahay manggod kung nakakita sa kalisod, Ginoo ra gyud ang atong maistorya sa Chem. If a place of worship does not have ramps or wheelchair access, we should strongly encourage the administration to make the proper renovation so that everyone can enjoy the benefits of the facility. The encouragement to provide a place of worship favors no single religion. Favors no single religion, but instead promotes the freedom to exercise one's religion through a prayer. We would not violate the non-establishment and free exercise clause in our Constitution. On the contrary, our proposal substantially strengthens the constitutional mandates by helping our constituents exercise their religion in a more accessible way. In fact, this is all secular. We are not promoting any single religion. Instead, we are encouraging hospitals to facilitate the free exercise through prayer of a person's religion so that they feel better about having to stay in that first place. It is important to remind this Honorable Council that there are several pieces of jurisprudence which affirms that as long as the proposed legislation is secular, then it is allowable under our Constitution despite having something to do with the religion. Here, we are merely facilitating the free exercise of religion for the betterment of our constituents at the hospitals and not promoting any single religion. It is therefore a secular measure and one that I hope that the Council would wholeheartedly support. Another thing that I'd like to propose is that the periodic visits be conducted by the appropriate local departments to see to it that our measures are being implemented properly. Keeping a close eye on the hospital compliance will ensure that our noble intentions bear fruit so that Cagayanon would feel their spiritual needs are given preferential importance. To this end, while I humbly submit to the wisdom of this Honorable City Council, I sincerely hope that this matter may be given attention and be referred to the appropriate committee. Thank you and good afternoon to one and all.
Okay. Thank you for the report. Any comment? Ako, mag-comment ko. Ining gamay lang kay sabi ninyo, kaning religion is very clear sa atong Constitution. There is a separation of state and the church. That is why sa mga eskwelahan nga public, walay balao di ang magbutang kag simbahan. Now, ilaran ng discretion sa mga hospital. Butang ba sila? Dili. But to impose that, you are delving into the realms of conflict of the principle of separation of the church and the state. Ako lang na. Dito sa Amerika, grabe dito. Gatang-tangon na lang, so help me God. Because para walay tent of any religious favoritism. Why? Dabi katungod di gatos Ginoo, di lang to sila kung ano ka respetuhan po ng ilang katungod. Yeah, everybody should be respected, whether you believe in God or those who do not believe in God. Mo na ang balaod sa mo na ang the underlying principle why there is that constitutional mandate nga di ta manghilabot ng reliyon. Yes, Councilor, ako lang na personal ako ano. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you,
Councilor,
Mr. Presiding
Majority
Officer. I would like to understand that Reverend John Michael Seno was just advocating, but distinctly in his prepared speech, he announced that there's no denomination, there's no favorite, but just a prayer room that for anyone who will be in trouble because of sickness, illness, and for a family member who in dire need of a place, a solemn place for his or her connection with an Almighty. There should be a place, and I understand that there are requirements, and there are already existing. For one, for example, Marerena is already has one. Madonna also has one.
Tanan naman.
Jerbora, there's no area.
NMC na naman.
NMC has one. CU also has one, but only in second floor chapel. But again, that's the request of Reverend Michael Seno to put directional signs so that everybody will know that there is a place for that purpose. But again, atong city hospital na, Doc?
Yes.
May hapon, thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, previously we had our chapel near sa gate, Unfortunately, nag-renovate ta. No, from now, as of now, we have our healing garden. Nay space dia nga murag ecumenical na, not only for Catholics but also for our Muslim brothers. Any interfaith lang sa na siya space na asa may healing garden, pero it's not nga
What do you call that? Space?
healing garden.
Healing.
Healing garden as a center sa J.R. Borja Hospital. Pero as far as private hospitals, they have chapels. As far as CUMC Medical Center, Polymedic, and Madonna and Maria Reina. And NMFC has also a chapel, but wala ang atong tablon, and as karon kay ongoing ang construction and Lumbia Hospital.
Okay. May I continue, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Thank you. I also understand, Mr. Chairman, that the good Reverend Councilor John Michael Seno has listened intently to the wish of the city mayor that a space should be provided for this purpose. Economical. Para sa tanan. Kung gusto sila mabutang cross, okay gapon. Depende. Pero iyag yung gusto is kana yung sa tanan nato public hospitals naa. Munang desire sa city mayor and Councilor Sen as the chair of the public works was assigned to perhaps facilitate And mas maayo siguro kay matud pa sa mayor, naka-experience siya nga nakahilak gyud siya sa sulod sa kana nga solemn place sa iyang personal experience nga na nakagawas ug at the same time tungod anang pagpahungaw sa iyang intercession, naayo lugar ang iyang pagplastar sa pagsagot sa sitwasyon. So I also agree with him and all the words mentioned by the good Reverend John Michelson. He's trying to propose to create a religion committee, but there's no religion committee. But considering that he's mentioning hospital, maybe Councilor Maria Lourdes Gani can also assist us and facilitate. Okay ra? Maybe we can refer this to the health committee, Mr. Chairman. To Sister Maria Lourdes Gani.
As I said, I will stick to my, if I will be in the back there, I will stick to my opinion that we cannot legislate something that would affect religious belief. So, refer to the Committee on Health para pagtuon kung sa'yo may baton. Turks. Okay? Thank you very much. So the last reporter is Roger Jer Abaday.
Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer, my colleagues. Actually, this is just a FYI for your information. Twice already that I was a victim of scam. First, last 19th City Council, na nagpadala sa ako 1 lechon gikan sa Puerto Lechonero. 1 lechon gipadala sa akong office. So many told me that bayaran lang na para, but for me I cannot tolerate that malicious and scrupulous Second, just October 20, while I was in my office, there were two establishments who went to my office. Lamir ba ito kiting panyod to ba? Brought to me, order. Nag-order na sa, one pundador, 650, shrimp, 260, tapos load worth 1,000K. Kaning tagiya, Java's Grill. Sa ako, ba wala ko sukad magkaanin na ning lugar na ang phone number is 0975282487. Sige nagtawag, patawag na ko kung kinsa na nga phone, di nagatubag. So kung ikaw manggaling ning tagiya sa phone, surrender na kay napaligiran ka na. Another, for a few minutes, there was another delivery man. Nagdala na po duguan nga, 1 black label. Okay na to, di ba? Then, another one is buttered chicken o shrimp. So, pwede man to paliton, pwede man to bayaran, pero the act of doing is an act of arising from malicious, spiteful, and unscrupulous kind of act. So, I cannot tolerate that. I think some of us here also victims, no? So, dili mayo nga atong sakyan, no? Ato bang just PTD kuan. Pero I'm also warning those who are listening, no? Kini mga establishment. Nga, imagine, dili nimo kaila ang customer, pangayuan pagka og load 1,000, very negligent sa ning kuan, contributory sa ning mga store owners. Kano mang masugot pa sila nga magpaludaan og 1,000, magpa-deliver. Karon di nila i-validate, nila i-verify. So this is a warning. Those who are listening, please tell this nga this is not a good practice, no? This is modus operandi of people who are just to malign. Siguro kung binuang magini, siguro na itong mga amigo nga ganahan siguro magkantyaw or kanang kontra ba natos politika. And I am telling these people to refrain from doing this. Nanara ba tayo bagong balaod? Kaning SIM card registration. So good that this was already approved. No? I hope this one cured. It will stop this kind of unscrupulous act of our people here in Cagayan de Oro. So this is just to forewarn those who are scammers, no, and forewarn also all establishment with regard to this modus operandi. Thank you very much.
So, klaro kayo. Wala niya aim na itong, bisig na kibalo itong naghatag nga, kining, marag mo ning hilig ni Councilor. Marunong sa to. Ha? Wala. Magiuli man niya kay... So, okay, so, that was just a public information and warning. Thank you very much, Councilor Roger.
Basta init.
Yes, we can now proceed with our...
Basta init pa daw ang shrimp, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Councilor Roger Abaday. May we proceed now to the agenda proper, Mr.
Yes,
Presiding Officer.
Majority floor.
Thank you. For item number 1 is proposed resolution number 2022-125, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay number 22, the city. It's resolution number 2022-3, series of 2022, covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2022, with an estimated income of 825,137 pesos, with information that said resolution is operative in its entirety. May we ask the Chair to recognize Councilor John Michael Seno.
Councilor Seno is recognized.
I so move, Mr. Presiding Officer, resolution number 2022-125.
And a second, there is a motion to approve item number 1 and duly seconded. Any objection? There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to our second and final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 2 is proposed resolution number 2022-126, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan of Barangay Makasandig, the city. It's a resolution number 2022-1, series of 2022, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2022 with an estimated income of 2,902,437 pesos, with the information that said resolution is operative in its entirety. Again, for the recognition of Councilor Seno.
Councilor Seno.
Resolution number 2022-126, I so move, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There being a motion to approve item number 2, duly seconded. Any objection? There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 3 is proposed resolution number 2022-127, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay number 1, the city. Its ordinance number 5, series of 2022, covering its supplemental budget number 4 for calendar year 2022, with an estimated income of 190,000 pesos, with the information that said ordinance is operative in its entirety. May we ask the Chair to recognize Councilor Yan Lam Lim.
Mr. Chair, everything is in order. I so move for the approval of purpose resolution number 2022-127.
Second.
Second, there being a motion to approve item number 3 in the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 4 is proposed resolution number 2022-128, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Puerto de City, its ordinance number 1-2022. Series of 2022, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2022, with an estimated income of 18,066,300 pesos, with information that said ordinance is operative in its entirety. Again, for the recognition of Councilor Yan Lam Lim.
Mr. Chair, everything is in order. I so move for the approval of purpose resolution number 2022-128.
There being a motion to approve item number 4 of our agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
5 is proposed resolution number 2022-129, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay Kauswagan, the city, its ordinance number 1-2022. Series of 2022 entitled an ordinance declaring the month of May as bulan sa barangay, and every first day of the said month as adlaw sa Kauswagan, and every year thereafter, and appropriating funds from cultural and athletic activities to cover the expenses for all activities, with the information that said ordinance is operative in its entirety. Councilor Roger Abada is a member. May I ask the chair to recognize Councilor Roger Abada?
Councilor Bada is recognized.
Of course, this is my barangay. Everything is in order and has submitted all the required documents. I move to approve this ordinance resolution number 2022-129.
There being a motion to approve item number 5 of the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
No objection? Approved. This motion is approved.
Number 6 is proposed resolution number 2022-130, urging the Globe Telecom Incorporated, Smart Communications, Dito Telecommunity Corporation, Philippine Long Distance Telecommunication, Inc., Converge ICT Solutions, Inc., Parasat Cable TV, and all other mobile telecommunications and or internet service provider companies to construct or establish additional cell site towers or optical fiber broadband facilities in Cagayan de Oro City to hasten its economic development. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There being a motion to approve item number 6 of the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 7 is proposed resolution number 2022-131, earnestly requesting the University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines, USTP, through its president, Dr. Ambrosio B. Cultura II, PhD, to designate the USTP Center for Artificial Intelligence to conduct the study entitled Autonomous Adaptive Traffic Monitoring and Management System in the city of Cagayan de Oro. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There being a motion to approve item number 7 of the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 8 is proposed resolution number 2022-132, approving and or adopting the executive legislative agenda ELA of Cagayan de Oro City for the term 2022 to 2025. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There being a motion to approve item number 8 of the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
So congratulations to the entire membership of the City Council. This
Congratulations to the members of the City Council for the unanimous approval of our ELA.
ELA. That's good. Thank you. Number 9 is proposed resolution number 2022-133, adopting and approving the substantive and procedural rules to be observed in administrative cases filed against elective barangay officials before the Committee on Ethics and Blue Ribbon of the 20th City Council, Sangguniang Panglungsod, in its capacity as a quasi-judicial body pursuant to Section 268 of the Local Government Code of 1991 and the established issuances and jurisprudence on the matter. We ask the Chair to recognize the Vice Chair, Councilor Jose Pepe Abo.
Councilor Abo is recognized. The author of that proposed ordinance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to approve proposed resolution number 2022-113.
Second.
There being a motion to approve item number 9 of our agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
So kay tingog ni Councilor J, okay, ang mubant kay si Councilor Joey. So kay second. kuwan yan. Something. Anyway, number 10. Move. Man naman to ha. Second
Human
final
na.
reading. Human na. Number 10 is proposed ordinance number 2022-52, changing the nomenclature of the vacant position local legislative staff officer 1, item number 51/SG11 to computer programmer 1, SG11 in the plantilla of the office of the Sangguniang Panglungsod Secretary, this city. May we ask the chair to recognize again Councilor Yan Lam Lim.
Councilor Lim is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I so move for approval of 2022-52.
Second.
There is a motion to approve item number 10 of the agenda, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Approved.
Number 11 is proposed ordinance number 2022-53, granting franchise, open parenthesis, renewal, close parenthesis, to Mr. Alan Noel S. Bernales to operate and maintain the Bulwa Cockpit Arena, located in Barangay Bulwa, the city, for a period of 3 years, under the terms and conditions imposed herein, and subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations pertinent thereto. May we ask the chair to recognize Councilor Roger Abaday.
Councilor Abada is recognized.
Pursuant to Section 740 of the codified ordinance in relation to Section 6, Paragraph 2 of PD 449, the applicant of the renewal of franchise has complied everything. And I move for the approval of this application.
Any second?
Suspend. Monday.
Any second? There is a motion to approve item number 11, duly seconded. Discussion? Okay. Councilor James Jones is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I just want to preempt, base mo, naanap po yung reaksyon niya si Councilor Abo. So, giklaro ko lang kang Councilor Abaday. Di ba naamantay limit sa pila or quota sa kada distrito nga yata wala ko na sayo na gusto lang ako klaron kay para malikay na punta sa dinhi na sa ta magtutok na sa dili ta matanggong kung naabay mangutanan ako kung naabatay limit or okay ra ba sa matag district maura akong kay murag pila naman ubay-ubay naman ko nabantayan nga atong gitugutan sa kada distrito. So katong niagi murag lamang ang segundo distrito karon murag nilamang na gyud ang first district. So para ba? So mangutana ko kung naabay limit. So si Councilor Abaday. So
Councilor Abaday is recognized to answer or to comment on the question.
Please read PD 449. No? There are limitation, but the Supreme Court has decided. And the approval of the local code, there is now a gray area on that, no? But we will not talk about that disciplinary. I think we will discuss that in the committee. That's separate issue because the issue now is only the renewal. We have 4 existing cockpits, no? 1 from District 2 and 3 from District 1, no? And they are already granted franchise by this committee, by this council. So I think we will discuss that issue in the proper time, not this plenary.
Okay. So that's the answer. So Councilor Joey.
Tito Jer. Well, for the information of Councilor James Judith, Mr. Chair. Again, for the record, I am not interposing any objection. And as also manifested by good Councilor Roger Abaday, that this thing should be delved into deeply more in the committee level. That is correct, Mr. Chair. But we are already in the stage of approving such franchise. Now, again, I have no objection because cockfighting is allowed under the law. But I have some legal questions. regarding this application. But again, it does not necessarily mean that I am objecting. Let me clear that out. I am raising this question for the purpose so that the Committee on Games and Amusement, the City Legal Office, and the applicants for such purpose for the issuance of franchise would know these legal parameters. If we try to read, Mr. Secretary, please, the provision of PD 449 as amended by PD 1310. We can read here that only one cockpit shall be allowed in each city or municipality, provided, however, that in cities and municipalities with a population of more than 100,000, it did not explain there that for every 100,000. So, regardless kung pila ang population, 1 million, 2 million, 2 cockpits may be established, maintained, and operated in the poblasyon, 2 sa poblasyon, and 1 in each city or district, town district. In our situation, the legislative districts that we have, District 1 and District 2. That is cited under the legal opinion of the City Legal Office. Now, if we try to refer, Mr. Secretary, please, in the zoning map of our city, that is the zoning map of our city, which comprises the poblacion. As you can see, it comprises barangays 1 to 40, a portion of Nazareth, Lapasan, Kamaman-an, probably a portion of Kauswagan as well, of Patag, and Carmen. If that what it means. There is no Bulwa, Pagatpat, and Lumbia are not included. So, we can approve, the local government unit can approve 2 cockpits if within the population map, as what is shown in the screen, and 1 in each legislative districts. So, I am just raising and showing this, Mr. Chair, not to oppose any application or go against cockfighting or establishment of cockpits, for that matter. But I am trying to be consistent with my position that this legislative body, should we approve any ordinances, must be consistent also with the national laws provided. So, in this case, I also know the owner of the said cockpit, subject to this application. May we know, Mr. Chair, if we approve, may I know from the chairman of the Games and Amusement if we approve this application, there would still be 2 other applications or cockpits in District 1. So how do we treat these applications and how do we go about these things? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, there's a question, and is the chairman of the Committee on Amusement willing to answer?
Thank you very much, Mr. Presiding Officer. Thank you very much, Councilor Abu. So, thank you very much that you're not objecting. But, you know, we have created a technical working group to study this law and the local code. Because if you look at, if you read the provision of the local code, Section 534, this is also one law that, remember local code, it says that it amends, it repeals all laws prior to the approval of PD 449. after the approval of PD 449. So the approval of local government code, one of the provision is it repeals all existing laws. So that's the gray area. Because the Supreme Court also, PD 449 is not one of the law that was not amended by. So that is the thing that we have to settle down. Why? 1974 pa ni si Marcos yan law. Sa una municipality, wala pa kayo maabot og 100,000. Karon Cagayan de Oro is already 800 or almost 1 million inhabitants. So that law become inconsistent. But that's why you have to try to study, no? But as far as the I remember that there are 2 pending applicants now. That's why you have to study this cockpit gambling law. But since these applicants they are already applying for renewal. As to issuance of franchise, we already granted. So we cannot do otherwise because you have complied everything. And what you are showing the map, it was the city planning who presented that Cagayan de Oro now is no longer is a highly urbanized city. So that will the old law become inconsistent. That PD 449 sa una wala pa may mga tao, wala pa may mga balay, di pa. So that's why it needs to be amended, no? Ang PD 449 that needs to be amended. There is a robot. Considering, Mr. Chairman, that the Councilor Abo is not objecting, so I move for the approval of this order.
Immediate reaction. We will allow discussion. Bisag kagyut lang. Sige.
Just 2 points, Mr. Chair. The one mentioned by Councilor Abaday that all laws, during the enactment of the local government code, all laws, jurisprudence, and regulations inconsistent with the local government code shall be deemed repealed. But the Supreme Court, in the case of Tan versus Perea, is very categorical when it stated that despite the effectivity of the local government code, it does not apply to cockpit law of 1974, PD 449. So, meaning to say, the application of the local government code does not include PD 449. And secondly, Mr. Chair, since there is already a technical working group which is to be created or created already by the said committee, is it not deemed proper for us to wait for that technical working group to convene and study this matter so that later on, if there is already a finding or a study by the said technical working group, then we can now decide on how to treat applications, whether regardless it is for renewal, because what was said, this is for renewal, there is no problem. But again, this is a renewal of franchise. What was granted before doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be approved now. So, perhaps we can, if it is deemed proper, we can suggest to the Committee on Games and Amusement to convene the said technical working group. And then, because if we convene the technical working group after the approval of these applications, then what's the use of the technical working group if we have already approved such applications? That's all, Mr. Chair.
Before you answer, Councilor Abaday, let's listen first to Councilor Gurley, Balaba, and you can answer them.
Very challenging
After
gaming PD 944. No, Mr.
449.
Yes. As far as I know, mong good kay ang Cagayan de Oro City, isa pa na siya ka-distrito. Recently lang, 2007, nahimo siyang 2 ka-district. So, kining, siguro kinahanglan na to tanawon no ang history, kung kini bang mga cockpit, arenas, in existence ba ni siya at the time na isa lang ka-distrito pa ang Cagayan de Oro, O is it lawful din on our part na di na to sila i-grant ang franchise just because na pagka-enact atong 2007 na Congress na separate duha nakabuk districts ang Cagayan de Oro, no, we are depriving those na nato nang natagaan og franchise kung di nato sila kining ipadayon tungod adtong pag-separate na sa Cagayan de Oro into 2 districts. So, naay balaod nga not more than 4 ang ato ang cockpits mo nang tulo karon sa District 1 ug isa sa barangay Indahag. So, mo lang to, Mr. Chair, ang ako lang, siguro we have to look back sa ang history at the time, 1972, 1970, Mr. Chairman sa Games, Councilor Abaday, 94499 is
499.
1972?
1974.
1974.
Almost 4 decades. I mean,
Yes, okay.
okay,
Let us
this is
terminate the discussion.
the test of the local government code to exercise its police power and corporate power. So, because according to the local code, section 534, declares that all general and special laws or decrees inconsistent with this code are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Lahi sa mga version sa Supreme Court. So, why is it Cebu and other, Davao and other places, they insist on their police power and corporate right? They insist on the local, they use the local government code, not other law. Can we not also do that in Cagayan de Oro? Let's try to test also the Supreme Court whether we are right or not. Thank you very much.
Okay, so let's okay. Councilor Ayan Martin Kaya.
I'm always an advocate for the use of power on the local government code. But primordial to that is it should be for the general welfare. And if the pursuit is charitable institutions that we push, I don't know if there are proceeds coming out of this our approval, Mr. Chairman, and given to some charitable projects. Maybe we can have an oversight over the affairs of these operations. That's another view of looking at it. But relative to the question, Mr. Chairman, I have read in the previous opinions of the City Legal Office that they concede with the opinion of what has been discussed by Councilor Joey Abu, that according to them, Indahag is Indahag and no, not Indahag. 2 of the 4 existing cockpits are considered urban, and the other 2, Mr. Chairman, are for the 1st district and the 2nd district. The geographical presentation is different from the normal and regular geography that we have as regards division of the districts, as regards the declaration of the urban barangays, because there could be no way that a cockpit will be established in the urban barangays. That's why they readjusted. Sige lang, nag-face mask ka. They readjusted some areas that are to be considered urban. I do not know if the city secretary has that copy of the legal opinion of the city legal office. And the one who prepared this was the city planning. Just for this cockpits, Mr. Chairman, just to justify the existence of these four. And of course, we have approved on the basis of the proposal. As to the question of whether or not we will lump and decide and determine whether if we concede to only 4, And the new ones, of course, will be excluded if that is the policy. If that is the position of the city council. In other words, we should only have 4. But if we consider that, like other highly urbanized cities, that every 100,000 population, there should be allowed at 1. That's another discussion. To my mind, Mr. Chairman, that is admitting that inani na gid ang Cagayan de Oro, mga sugarol na gid kayo kung ugaling i-allow po gid naton daghan kayo. Imagine, mag-prepare tag agenda every session ang atong istoryahan derby. Atong istoryahan agri-commercial, industrial derby. I hope we come to senses and let's decide. Maybe perhaps it's beyond already to the committee's discretion. We will create a committee of the whole and determine at the level of the committee of the whole, not at the plenary, Mr. Chairman. We will allow Councilor Roger Abaday to chair the committee of the whole and decide during that time whether or not we decide kaning inani ba ang atong gusto nga direction, or admit to only 4 because that's the mandate that is allowed by PD, by the presidential decree, because that presidential decree was not modified by the local government code accordingly. And another opinion is it has been modified accordingly. So let's decide the fate of this discussion, Mr. Chairman. And if we will not agree first on the renewal for item number 11 and 12, let's immediately create this committee of the whole and decide whether or not unsa ba gyud ta, didto ba ta sa opinion nga upat lang kay mo'y nakalatid sa kanang PD, or didto ba ta sa posisyon nga every 100,000. I hope all the members will think of this as a measure to eliminate future differences as regards the matter, Mr. Presiding Officer.
There is a pending motion. Any motion to defer? Because I will defer this and then create the... No, yes, but wala may objection, wala say motion to defer. Objection. Yes, Councilor Aga.
Mr. Chair, since we have conflicting ideas and different interpretations on this ordinance, I call for the division of the House, Mr. Chair.
Any second? Second. Now, there is an objection to the motion, so it requires the division of the House. Those who are in favor of granting this franchise, please raise your right hand. Renewal.
Voting in favor, Councilor Nakaya, Councilor Abaday, Councilor Pascual, Councilor Suset, Councilor Balaba, Councilor Yan Lamlim, Councilor Esparcia, Councilor Caliso, Councilor Gaani, Councilor James Judith, Councilor Moreno, and Councilor Seno.
Those who are against the granting of this renewal, please raise your right hand. Huh?
Approving.
Huh?
Renew, wala sir. Abstention.
So,
Abstention na sir.
how many abstained?
Abstention, Councilor Swan, Councilor Imano, and Councilor Abo, 3.
So, reckoning with numbers, the motion granting...
Two-thirds naman.
Huh? Two-thirds? Okay na. So, there being a plurality of two-thirds vote in favor of granting the franchise, the item number 10 11 is hereby approved. Approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second,
I was waiting for the banging of the gavel.
motion approved.
Corollary to that, Mr. Chairman, may I move to create a committee of the whole and assign this committee with the deliberation on the determination of the appropriate law on the PD and the local government code, and maybe at that level discuss and determine the future actions of the City Council. I move to create the committee of the whole and to allow the chair of the committee on the games and amusement to chair this committee of the whole on specific matter.
Oh. Can we tackle that on the proper time?
Or
now?
It can be done. Corollary,
Now?
corollary to item 11.
Okay, so let's tackle this immediately. There is a motion to create this committee of the whole with Councilor Abaday as chairman. And any second? Is there any objection? There being no objection, the motion to create the committee of the whole is approved.
Number 12 is proposed ordinance number 2022-54, granting franchise, open parentheses, renewal, close parentheses, to Mr. Rodrigo Gigo to operate and maintain the Lumbia Octagon Sports Arena located in Barangay Lumbia, the city, for a period of 3 years under the terms and conditions imposed herein and subject to existing laws, rules, and regulations pertinent thereto. Again, for the recognition of Councilor Roger Abaday.
Considering that the applicant has complied all the requirements based on laws and ordinance, I move for the approval of this ordinance number 2022-54.
Any second? Any objection? There being none, item number 12 is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second, motion approved.
Number 13 is proposed ordinance number 2022-55, approving the simple subdivision plan of Carmen Hillside Homeowners Association, Inc., represented by Ms. Nelda U. Torino, covering an area of 11,339 square meters containing 80 lots located in Barangay Carmen, the city, subject to the conditions imposed by the City Engineer's Office and City Housing and Urban Development Department. May we ask the Chair to recognize Councilor Maria Lourdes Gahani, number 13.
The approval of proposed ordinance number 2022-55.
There being a motion to approve item number 13. Duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
The results of the counting of votes on the item number 11, Mr. Presiding Officer, is 12. So may we correct the record?
12.
It's 12.
Okay.
So number 14 is proposed ordinance number 2022-56, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement MOA with the Civil Service Commission Regional Office number 10, represented by its Regional Director Grace R. Bilgado Sakiton, covering the secondment of Ms. Olivia M. Sakala, Administrative Aid 1 of the City Public Services Office, City Government of Cagayan de Oro, for a period of 3 years under the terms and conditions stated therein. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There being a motion to approve item number 14, duly seconded. There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
We have for inclusion, Mr. Presiding Officer, as items 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
22.
and 22. Move for their inclusion. And 23. Okay, and 23. 23. Move for their inclusion.
Motion to approve the additional items. Duly seconded is approved.
15 is proposed resolution number 2022-134, electing Councilor Malvern E.A. Esparcia as additional member of the Committee on Public Utilities, Energy and Roads and Traffic Management, amending for the purpose Resolution number 14200-2022, the 20th City Council Committee composition. May we ask the Chair to recognize Councilor Romeo Calizo.
Councilor Rumi Calizo is recognized.
Strongly move for approval, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? There being no objection, the motion to approve item number 15 is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
16 is proposed resolution number 2022-135, electing Councilor Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr. as additional member of the Committee on Public Order and Safety, amending for the purpose resolution number 14200-2022 20th City Council Committee composition. Again, for the recognition of Councilor Romeo V. Calisa.
Again, Mr. Chairman, my strong motion for approval.
Okay, there being a motion to approve item number 16. Duly seconded ba? There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second and final reading.
Motion approved.
17 is proposed resolution number 2022-136, electing Councilor Jose Pepe S. Abu Jr. and Councilor Agapito Erilberto G. Swan as additional members of the Committee on Tourism, amending for the purpose resolution number 14200-2022. May we ask the Chair to recognize Councilor J. Roa Pascual.
Councilor Pascual is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve proposed resolution number 2022-136.
Any second?
With all my heart.
There is a motion to approve item number 18, duly seconded. There
17,
being no
17.
17. There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 18 is proposed resolution number 2022-137, constituting the City Council as a committee of the whole to deliberate on the Cagayan de Oro City Executive Budget, General Fund, and Special Account Economic Enterprises for CY 2023 with the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations as lead committee thereof, granting the Honorable Chair of the said committee full authority to prepare the schedule of marathon hearing thereof by department or office, or for this purpose suspending all committee meetings for the duration thereof, except in cases involving measures certified as urgent and without prejudice to the submission of documents to the committee members for perusal. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
Any second? Any objection? Motion to approve item number 18 is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 19 is proposed resolution number 2022-138, interposing no objection and favorably endorsing to Department of Education, DepEd, the establishment of the City Engineers Elementary School to be located at the site previously occupied by the Kaoswagan National High School in Barangay Kaoswagan. The city may ask the Chair to recognize Councilor Suzette Magtahas Daba.
Councilor Suzette Magtahas Daba is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve proposed resolution number 2022-138.
Second.
There is a motion to approve item number 19, duly seconded. Any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
20 is proposed resolution number 2022-139, designating Honorable Albert E. Adiser, punong barangay of Barangay 26, Cagayan de Oro City, Philippines, as Ambassador of Goodwill to Thailand on the occasion of the travel thereto on November 16, 2022 to December 5, 2022 as official of the IPSC Handgun World Shoot 19. Na-shooter din siya. And authorizing him on official time to observe modern trends of the legislative body thereat, akin to the City Council of Cagayan de Oro and other projects and programs of local government units thereat, and highly appreciating whatever assistance and courtesy extended to him with respect to and in furtherance of his trip or mission under this resolution. Proponent, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. Move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to approve item number 20, duly seconded. There being no objection, the motion is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
21 is proposed ordinance number 2022-57, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the City Government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the Memorandum of Agreement, MOA, with the Department of Health Center for Health Development, Northern Mindanao, represented by its Director 4, Jose R. Leacona, Jr., MD, MPH, CISO 3, covering the grant of one COVID-19 allowance, OCA, for the health workers assigned at the City Health Office, the city, under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. Proponent, Councilor Maria Lourdes S. Gani, for
Councilor
her
Gani
recognition.
is recognized.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2022-57.
Any second? There's a motion to approve item number 21 of the agenda. There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 22 is proposed resolution number 2022-140, electing Councilor Malvern A. Esparcia as additional member of the Committee on Environment, amending for the purpose resolution number 14200-2022. For the recognition of Councilor Roger Abaday.
Councilor Roger Abaday is recognized.
Due to the insistence of Councilor Sparsa to be a member of the committee, I move to approve resolution number 2022-140.
Any objection? There being none, the motion to approve item number 22 is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
Number 23 is proposed resolution number 2022-141, suspending the next regular session, no katawa magka-K, of the 20th City Council on November 2, 2022 in deference to the observance of All Souls and All Saints Day.
Any
Proponents, all
objection?
members, move for its approval, Mr. Chairman.
There's a motion to approve item number 23. There being no objection, the same is approved.
Move to approve second final reading.
Motion approved.
There being no other pending, move to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, duly seconded. Approved.